I'm Gerard Murphy from Bon Voyage Cruises and Travel, and I'm joined, as usual, by Olivia Van Leerop. Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. You're looking a bit stressed a few minutes ago because
I know.
I gave you some homework, and I think were you one of those girls that did your homework in the morning just before the teacher wanted it handed in?
Absolutely, in class, and at the same time borrowing people's pens and paper as I did it, and yeah, it was always a mess.
So you're lucky with technical things we had to just set up in the studio. You had a few minutes.
Yeah, well, you put me on the spot. You asked me to get together 5 of my top favourite places in the world. That is so difficult.
I know, but the reason we're doing that is you may have seen in the newspaper or perhaps on TV that Lonely Planet, the guidebook people, they came up with 500 most thrilling and memorable, interesting places in the world in one stunning book. Ooh. And they got all their readers and writers to come up with the best places. And then they had to narrow it down to the top 100, top 20. New Zealand got 9 spots in the top 100.
Oh, good.
The number one, the highest we got was Fiordland National Park, which came in at 17.
That's pretty good.
But we also had Abel Tasman National Park, Franz Josef and Fox Glacier, and Lake Wanaka, all in the top 100. Mm-hmm. The top 10 were the temples at Angkor Wat in Cambodia, the Great Barrier Reef, Machu Picchu in Peru, the Great Wall of China, Taj Mahal in India, Grand Canyon National Park, USA, the Colosseum in Italy, in Rome, Iguazu Falls, which is Brazil, Argentina, and they forgot to mention Paraguay, which is also on the border there. Alhambra in Spain and Hagia Sophia in Turkey. Okay. Now I just worked out I've only been to 1, 2, 3, 4 of those places, so I won't be here next week. I've got to go and see some of them.
Yeah, same. I haven't been to many of those actually. I've been to 1. Only 1. Right,
you're fired. So what I challenged Olivia to do was we decided we wouldn't both do 10 because it would take too long on the show. So we would come up with the Bon Voyage TV favourite top 10 because there's no real reason why they're in the top 10. But I would do 5 and Olivia would do 5. So I'll go first. Okay. Because I'm in charge. So my top 5, and these become a little bit, or 50% of it is about the place and what they look like and how stunning or not. But most, when you think about these places, it's about the experience, what happened while you were there. So my 5 favourites are the Isle of Pines, which is just a stunning island just off the coast of New Caledonia. Totally unexpected. I'd heard of the Isle of Pines. I thought they'd be more like Norfolk pines, but that's just beautiful. Beautiful white beaches. And at the end of the day, when the tourists go home, it's just so quiet. Yeah. And just a few locals. Yosemite National Park in California, that is just stunning. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And we had a wonderful experience with a raccoon in our tent. Oh, yes. We know why you don't feed the raccoons, because they'll come wanting more.
They are vicious.
Damn near wrecked the place. Crete in Greece, that is a place that obviously there's a war history in the Second World War with New Zealand soldiers. But New Zealand is, the minute you say you're from New Zealand, you're just instantly liked. It's fantastic. 2 experiences there that stand out. I walked into a little gift shop and I heard a guy listening to BBC radio. He heard we were from New Zealand. He wanted to know what the score was in the rugby. Then I worked out what he was talking about. It was the next day. He said, come into the shop because I'll have it on the radio. Oh. So we went back and listened to that. Cool. But also there's a wonderful graveyard of all things, a Commonwealth War Graves cemetery in Suda Bay, and that was one of the most poignant experiences I've ever had. We went there sort of half looking for it, not too worried if we didn't find it. Got there, there's a gardener mowing the lawns. He stopped his mower, and I just remember being there. The only sound was a few birds chirping, and then just looking around me, there were rows of graves all lined up. It was just a very poignant experience in a beautiful spot. Back onto beautiful spots, Doubtful Sound in Fiordland. Yeah. Just stunning. You've got to do that. And I had to have a city, and my favourite city, if I wanted to go back to any city, is Paris.
Paddy.
Springtime, winter, we went New Year one time. Stunning. Paris, go there.
Interesting.
So Olivia, give us 5.
Okay. Well, and just so you know, he's saying that I'm doing everything at the last minute, but it's because I get these messages just as I'm about to go to bed the night before, so I'm half asleep, so no wonder. Now, so really, really difficult. I have Barcelona in here because it's just, you know, I've been there so many times, and every time I find something new, you know, every different little alleyway you walk down, you know, there's...
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, there's just cafes, restaurants, the history, the culture, the language, the beach, it's all just stunning. Yeah, architecture is amazing, obviously, yeah. The French Riviera, I know it's kind of a broad one, but it's just so hard to pick a spot, especially when the French Riviera fireworks display is on. So that's around July to August, and it's the most stunning fireworks display. Have you seen it?
No, but moving along the coast a little bit there, Monaco,
yeah.
While I couldn't ever afford it, it's just it's fabulous just to sort of walk into the lifestyle of the rich and the famous.
Yeah.
Just for a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I had a moment in Monaco actually when I was working on a yacht, and it was the night of the fireworks, and we had to run out and get some supplies. So we hooned out on the tender, and we were coming back, and the police actually stopped us, and they wouldn't let us go further into the harbour because the fireworks is just about to start. So we had to sit there. I feel like I might have told this story. Hopefully not. We had to sit there in this little tender, me and one of the guys, and just watch this fireworks display, and we were probably the closest, you know, that anybody else was, and it was just so
Meanwhile,
beautiful.
your yacht owners are dying of thirst.
Oh, everyone was so angry at us because we weren't there working. But anyway, that was really special. I also watched it from a balcony of a beautiful resort in Cannes as well, which was really special. Moving on, Cinque Terre, which is the Italian Riviera. That's absolutely beautiful as well.
Part of that's closed at the moment due to footpath collapse, but
yes, I know
it's about
all
to reopen, I
crumbling.
believe.
But that's just the history and the food and everything is just beautiful. Saint Paul de Vence in France is probably my favourite little village.
Haven't heard of that
France. That's near Antibes. And it's on top of a little hill. It's a beautiful small little village, and it's all art. Everybody there is artists, and so I fit right in.
That's probably why I haven't been there.
Yeah, but beautiful restaurants and things as well. Stunning view because it's up high. Just a really old historical village. How many am I up to now? 4?
3, I think.
3. Okay. I will say I've got so many here. I'm going to say Medina in Malta. Which is a fortified city in Malta, and the history of it is just incredible. Malta itself can be a bit grubby, and there's areas that aren't very nice, but Medina is really special. It's really, really quiet. I think Medina might also stand for the silent city. I'm not exactly sure, but it's just it's really beautiful up there.
And number 5.
Number 5.
Anything outside Europe?
Yeah, Paraty in Brazil. Yeah, so that's in the state of Rio de Janeiro, and it's a small little Portuguese village, and yeah, just stunning, really beautiful.
Well, those were 5 places I didn't expect. So
yeah, I've got more here.
You've got more. What I might do is put your top 10 on the website then, if you're nearly at 10. So if I give you another day to finish your homework, you have to do that.
Can I give you one more? Can I do 6?
Yes.
Okay, it's called Treviso in Spain, and it's near San Sebastian.
Yes.
I went on a little pilgrimage there, and it was literally like stepping back in time. So San Sebastian de Garabandal was a village, and there were women wearing clogs. You know, I got welcomed into a house there, and the little boy was starting the fire with one of those old little fan things. Bellows. And you know, very, very religious. You know, full you know, shrine of the Virgin Mary and everything within their house. And yeah, that was an incredible experience. So not necessarily a place I would go back and visit again and again, but the whole experience of visiting those small villages. And I've got some really amazing pictures because I made a book of it. It was just really special.
We'll expect some of those photos.
Yeah, I'll give you some photos. That was
excellent.
Yeah, it was special.
Well, there you go. BonVoyage TV is all about new experiences. So there's some of Olivia's, some of mine. And if you want to know more about any of those, you can give us a call or look at our website. So moving on, I've got a new thing to show you. I don't know if you've seen online or on TV or on anywhere. Graham Norton, as you know, is connected with In Vivo Wines. He is a part owner, and all the wine on Graham Norton's show is made by In Vivo. Mm-hmm. Well, they went to London, flew to London with a case of wines, and Graham Norton became chief winemaker for a day and blended his new Graham Norton Sauvignon Blanc. So have a look at this.
Hang on a sec, mate. It's Graham. You want to what? You actually want to be the winemaker?
I'm the winemaker.
We're off to London.
Boys, hello! Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Now, I see you're wearing chief winemaker, but surely that is me today. Come on! Thank you very much.
We're trying to create some diversity. One area is very salty, one area is very sweet, and then now the blending process is trying to put them all together.
I quite like that. That's very drinkable, isn't it? You get down a lot of that, couldn't you?
How good your maths? Were you really good at maths?
Is that the Carlos?
Yep.
That now tastes far less zingy than it did. But then maybe it just tasted zingy because it was the first, glass of wine I've had today. Yeah, first one today. Well, of these three, I would say Bristol C, Bristol B, Windrush.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
You've had enough. I'd say you're good. Oh, I think that's going to be nice. Can we try the 50-50 again?
50-50.
Okay, just sitting down. Just sitting down. Just ordered this. Wow, that's lovely.
Oh, I think we're on the right track.
Yeah, I'd say we are on the right track. Should we put in a 5? I'd drink this. I don't know what that means. Well, I'd say cheers to that.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers,
well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
So this is the Graham Norton blend. It's that, and that. I hope you like it. I do right now, but then I've drunk a lot of wine, so my judgment could be very clouded. But in this moment, I think this is delicious. So enjoy.
Well, it looks like Graham Norton had a bit of fun blending his wine. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, it'd be a bit of fun.
It'd take me longer. I'd have to try everything several times. But we must have a chat to John Paul at Celebrity Cruises, and we gave him a bottle of In Vivo wine after we saw him, and he enjoyed it very much. He emailed me to tell me.
Oh, good.
So I wonder whether we can send a bottle of Graham Norton's Sauvignon Blanc and see if we can get in this wine rack on Celebrity Solstice.
Oh, it's not a bad idea.
It's the one you saw.
Yeah.
When we're having our coffee. So some of you may have seen the show earlier in the season where we went down to Celebrity Solstice when it was in Auckland, and Olivia and I interviewed John Paul, who is the hotel manager on board, and we had a wonderful day.
Yeah.
And he allowed us to have a look around the ship with cameras, and normally they're a bit funny about you've got to get filming rights and permission from head offices and everything. But
Yeah, we did get told off at one point, didn't we?
who?
Remember as we were leaving, we were trying to get a shot of the sign outside, and one of the security guards told us to move on.
I think that was a New Zealand security guard, but on board they pretty much gave us free rein. We had a
Yeah,
bit of
they
fun.
did. We did. Yeah.
So the reason I'm talking about this is Celebrity Cruises have a wonderful sale at the moment. Now, what I'm just going to... Are you good at maths?
Nope.
I'll get you to add this up. Normally, when you go on a cruise, there's people always ask, what is there extra to pay? What have I got to pay on board? So there are things like drinks, items of personal personal items you want to buy from the little shop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Internet most often is a reasonably big charge on a cruise.
Oh, okay.
Celebrity have come up with a great special to include a whole pile of extra things. So if you book a cruise travelling between October 15 and April 2017, so it's a big period, you've got to do that in the next month or so. You can choose one perk for free just in the cruise fare on its own, and that will be a classic drinks package, which is standard sort of wines and beers, all your soft drinks, coffees, special coffees and things.
Is there a limit to how many?
No, I think you can go for it. Or if you don't want that, you can have an internet package, and on a short cruise that's about $150 US, or $199 on a long cruise. Or you could have $150, if you don't drink much, you might prefer to have $150 US onboard credit to spend. Or you can prepay your gratuities, which is your tipping.
Oh, yeah.
Or what we would recommend you do is pay $60 a day. There's New Zealand dollars, Australian dollars, US dollars. So the New Zealanders are getting a really good deal because it's the same currency. They will combine all the perks. For $60 a day, they will combine all the perks. So you will get your gratuities paid for, so that takes one item out. You will still get $150 US to spend on other things on board. Unlimited internet. So those who are connected by Facebook and want to watch YouTube and everything, they can go for it. And they will also give you what they call a premium drinks package. Normally that's $65 US per day on its own.
Right.
And that will allow you to have beer, wine, spirits, cocktails as well, and frozen drinks. And those drinks can be up to $13 US each.
Yeah, yeah.
All your soda, which is Coke and Fanta, etc. Premium bottled water, special coffees and teas, non-alcoholic frozen drinks and smoothies, specialty waters, energy drinks, fresh and bottled juices, and all the gratuities for people who are.
And the gratuities
the
add up to a lot as well.
Yeah, so same as a US hotel. It's 15% on the bottom of each bill.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So all of that is only $60 New Zealand a time.
Day. Yeah.
So what we have done, because just to make it easy, we've combined that with you can buy that on any Celebrity cruise.
Yeah.
But we've chosen one that we like the look of for next year. The one I've chosen is a little bit more unusual. We haven't done this before. That is what they call a top-end Australia cruise. We will fly you to Perth, give you 2 nights at the Pan Pacific, private car transfers to the hotel, and then after 2 days to Fremantle to catch the ship. Celebrity Solstice, which is John Pierre's ship, and then you will sail from Perth to Bali,
Nice.
in Bali, then to Darwin, so you can go and see all the crocodiles.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought about.
You did. Crocodiles in steamy hot weather. Cairns.
Beautiful.
Then you can go and see the Great Barrier Reef and do one of those Lonely Planet top 10s. Airlie Beach, which is stunning in Queensland, into Brisbane, Newcastle, into Sydney. That's a 17-night cruise.
Yep.
And then we'll fly you home on Air New Zealand as well.
Sounds fabulous. How much is all of that then?
Well, including the airfares, the 17-night cruise, 2 nights in the hotel, your transfers in Perth and to Fremantle, plus that Go Big Better Best package, which is their special. So you're getting all those components thrown in. That's $6,475 for an ocean view cabin.
Wow.
And a really good deal to go to a balcony cabin will only charge you $100 more. So
well, you may as well do it. Oh, crazy. And so that includes the $60 per day you were talking about? Yeah, right. Good.
So all your internet, as much as you can drink.
Yeah, yeah.
Still $150 to spend, and all your gratuities. So basically, if you can find, I don't think you need any cash on board the ship.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
It's all paid for.
Fantastic. That's
not
not too bad at all. And so what ship is this on?
Well, there's only one Celebrity ship we would sell. This is John Paul's ship, which is
his very
Celebrity Solstice, and he will be on it. So,
ladies, the white uniform will be there.
Yeah. So just have a listen to what he had to say when we spoke to him.
Okay.
You know, I should first start off by saying that Celebrity takes its food and wine very, very seriously. We see ourselves as one of the leaders in the industry, and we've been recognized as such, winning a lot of awards for the diversity of the various restaurants that we have. Our Grand Epernay is the main dining room. That's the biggest dining room that we have on board the ship, where many of our guests have dinner every single night. And it is inspired by Epernay, France, home of champagne. And that's where you'll see a lot of bubbles. All of the glass ornaments and fixtures are all bubbles. And right at the back of the room is a 2-story wine tower. It is temperature controlled and houses not all, but many of the wines that we offer on board.
And tell us more about the spa then. What sort of therapies do you offer at the spa?
Oh, we're partnered with Canyon Ranch, which is a world recognized spa company. Yeah. And they have amazing services available. I mean, it's a huge portion of the space, and it's located very high, right at the front of the ship. So amazing views. You could get a massage and enjoy the views as we sail past some of these beautiful islands that we're heading to, as well as the fitness center and barber shop. We've got an acupuncturist on board, so there's a wealth of things that you could occupy yourself with up there in the spa.
So that was John Paul, and you're still taken by the white uniform, I see.
Everybody loves a man in uniform, Gerard.
I'm going to get a uniform.
Anyway, enough of that. What's the deal?
Okay. This week's special offer is with Celebrity Cruises on all their cruises worldwide, including Alaska, Europe, North America, Caribbean, and especially for us in the summer, down in Australia and New Zealand. So what they're offering is a deal called Go Big, Go Better, or Go Best. Go Big, which everyone gets on most of the cruises. You get free $150 US to spend on board per person. For just $20 a day extra, you can get the Go Better package, which lets you choose an additional perk. Or you can go Best. Take the Go Best deal, you pay just $60 a day per person, and you get all of these benefits. $150 US per person onboard credit to spend on anything. You get unlimited internet. Now normally that's worth $199 US. You get gratuities paid for. That's usually $11.50 US. And you get the premium beverage package. So it's your beer, wine by the glass, and cocktails up to $13. Specialty coffees, teas, fruit juices, and more. That alone is usually worth $65 US per day. So you get all 4 of those things for just $60 a day per person. And our special deal of the week, we have included the Go Best package, so you get all 4 of those offers on a cruise called the Australia Top End Cruise. This leaves Perth on the 3rd of March, so we will fly you with Air New Zealand to Perth on the 1st. You have 2 nights at the lovely Pan Pacific Hotel, and then the 17-night Celebrity Solstice Cruise through Benoa and Bali, Darwin, Cairns, Airlie Beach, Brisbane, Newcastle, finishing in Sydney. And then we fly you home. It's a fantastic deal. If you want to know more, look at our website, bonvoyage.co.nz, or give us a call on 0800 BonVoyage. That's 0800 266 869. And now we're back to Olivia. It's time for the news, Olivia. All things of interest.
Okay. Longest flight. We're talking about the longest flight. Emirates is poised to snatch the world's longest flight title from Qantas when it launches flights from Dubai to Panama. The flight will be 8,950 miles and will take 17 hours and 35 minutes.
It's a long time.
It is.
That's non-stop, so no getting off to have a walk around.
No, you want to be in business, that's for sure. Currently, the longest non-stop scheduled airline flight is Qantas Flight 8 from Dallas to Sydney. 13,804 kilometres, flown using an Airbus A380-800.
Which is a nice aircraft.
Yeah, and that's 16 hours 50 minutes, so it's only snatched by 10 minutes.
Not by much. I think they'll probably just go a bit slower so we can get the title.
Yeah, totally.
It's not the longest ever though.
The previous record was held by Singapore Airlines from Singapore to New York, covering a great circle distance of 15,344 kilometres in a little more than 18 hours.
A little more.
Okay.
Doesn't sound so bad. But that flight was so long that they didn't have economy class, so they had a sort of a premium economy and business, and there are only 105 seats or something on the plane.
Yep.
And it didn't make money for that reason because there weren't enough people on it. But
right, yeah.
apparently they're thinking about it again and trying to talk Airbus and Boeing into making an aircraft that can go a little bit longer again.
Yep.
So it's not far before they'll have, say, a Sydney-London non-stop. And
It would be great. It would be great, but you have to be comfortable as well because sitting in cramped up for that long, it's just too long.
just too long. Too long for Olivia.
All right, a couple of weeks ago we talked about 2 American Airlines aircrafts that had run into a spot of bother with hail damage. Well, now a Delta Airlines plane has also had a run-in with balls of ice. The Airbus A320 flying from Boston to Salt Lake City couldn't avoid a storm midway and suffered significant hail damage from baseball-sized hailstones, damaging the nose again and this time the windscreens. It's a bit scary. The pilots did a great job, however, landing the plane in Denver with limited visibility and loss of their GPS systems. Just one passenger received minor injuries due to turbulence.
Now, we don't show these pictures to scare people at all, but what I take great confidence from these aircraft have been through severe turbulence, severe weather, hailstorms, baseball-sized hailstones, and they still land them.
And
it's
they
fantastic.
still land safely, exactly. All right, anyone have a fear of heights? Do you have a fear of heights? You do, don't you?
do,
You've told me this. All right, well, you might not like this one, Gerard.
No, I don't.
I'll go and check it out for you then. Skyline, the very successful Queenstown company behind the gondola and the luge, amongst other attractions, are adding a new tourist attraction that may impress everyone except those with a fear of heights. They have applied for a consent to build the country's first suspended viewing cube at the top of Bob's Peak on Ben Lomond. Here's what it will look like. The design was inspired by the Step into the Void installation at Mont Blanc, and they believe it will be the first of its kind in the southern hemisphere. The glass platform, which is 1 metre square, will hang out from the mountainside about 450 metres above the ground, looking straight down to Queenstown below. Skyline hopes to have the platform constructed by the end of the year if the application is accepted. That's pretty cool. Do you think?
It looks pretty spooky.
You think you'll check it out? You're pretty
Well,
safe
I
there.
may, but I don't even know at the Sky Tower in Auckland when you go on that glass, but
You don't like it?
just for that split second, see, did these guys stick this in properly?
Yeah.
But I have been talked into doing things like that before. You can see from this picture in just out of Vancouver, there's a glass walkway right stuck on the side of a cliff. I did do that.
Ooh, very good. Have you ever done a skydive or a bungee or anything like that?
I'd never do bungee, but
No?
strengely, I wouldn't mind trying skydive if I
Yeah,
had
I
to
know.
choose.
It'd be less scary, wouldn't it?
But luckily, I'm over 100 kilos, and they won't do a tandem skydive with someone over 100 kilos. So
Oh, really?
I just maintain a weight of 101, so
Yeah,
I've got
yeah,
that
keep
excuse.
safe.
101
I've
plus.
jumped off the Sky Tower, but that's a controlled bungee. It's quite different, but it's still pretty scary. But I did really well. I jumped off first go. I think I jumped off before they finished. You know, they count you down, 3, 2, 1, and I think I jumped on 3.
You're supposed to go when they're ready.
Yeah.
Well, before Olivia jumps off something else, we've run out of time, so thank you, Olivia.
You're welcome.
And we'll bring you more interesting travel stories next week. Channel 83, Face TV.
All right.
So until then,
Bon
bon
voyage.
voyage.